Hi, I'm Nicole.
I'm Emma.
I'm Easton.
And I'm Spencer. Welcome to the Trek Radio. I'm glad you have taken the time to listen to our channel today on October 13th, 2015. They raise us, care for us, annoy us at times, and feed us. That's right, you guessed it. Our topic for today is family. We have been working on a project over the past week and discussing our opinions. We as a whole can say we are all very compassionate towards the importance of family, and in this podcast we will display our thoughts about this topic through our personal stories.
I'm Emma, and this is my story. So, my story is about how family is always there for you, and they can get you through times of where you may have embarrassed yourself, and they make you feel better if you just really down. So, when I was younger, my family, my whole family went to Disneyland, and it was just for a couple of weeks in the summer, and so my cousins were there, and one of my cousins brought her boyfriend, Rob. And so I was really wanting to talk to Rob because I didn't really know him. So then I ran ahead of the group of their family, thinking that maybe they were right behind me when really they were far behind me, and they could see me and what I was doing. And so I was tugging on this person's shirt that I thought was Rob, but it was actually a stranger, and I kept tugging on his shirt for maybe 2 minutes or so, and he looked down at me and asked me what I was doing and if I could please stop, and I ran back to my family, and I was just so embarrassed, and I was just really embarrassed. And so my family kept talking to me, and they kept telling me stories about times that they have embarrassed themselves. And it just made me feel better to know that I'm not the only person in my family, or not the only person who has ever embarrassed themselves. And so a quote from mine is just a small quote saying, "This shows me that family makes you feel better no matter what happens, and they're okay with you getting embarrassed, and it won't embarrass them at all." And it just, I don't know, it shows that, like I said in the quote, that it won't embarrass them at all. And one of the stories that one of my cousins told me was that one time he was in the grocery store with his mom, and he got lost in the grocery store because he had to get something, and so he ran and jumped into her cart, or at least who he thought it was his mom's cart, and ended up being a complete stranger's shopping cart. And he immediately jumped out, ran back to his mom, and told him. And so it shows that.
Hi, I'm Nicole, and this is my story. My story is about spending time with family. And every Sunday, my family and I would go up to my grandparents' house, and we would have dinner, and we'd help out and see what needs to be done to get dinner all ready. We'd set the table, or my mom would make the salad, but it was kind of a group project. It was not one person was doing it. But we're not allowed to have our phones at the dinner table because my parents want us to interact with our family. Sometimes my aunt and uncles would come, but mostly it was just my family and my grandparents. And my siblings and I would usually just sit down and eat. We didn't really interact with my grandparents as much because they like to talk about politics or my dad's work, and sometimes my brother would talk with my dad about work, but it didn't really interest everyone as well. And a quote from my story is, we would have the food set like a buffet style, and we'd eat all together and talk the entire time. We'd have two conversations going on at the table. we would be talking about my dad's work or about politics. Then my siblings and I would do the dishes. We would have to switch off who washed because there was so much to wash. And dessert, we would usually just have the same strawberries and ice cream, or if it was somebody's birthday, we would have cake or pie, usually something special. And this is a very important tradition because it's a time to get together as a family and share what happened the previous week or talk about what's going to happen, like my sister's soccer game. And it's just really important for my family because we don't really get the time to hang out during the week because my dad's either off to work, I'm at school, my mom's cleaning, and dinner time is just kind of a time to get together and share what happened and share our good and bad together.
Hi guys, I'm Easton. My story is about how Christmas morning is a great example of family. I start my story off by explaining the build up to Christmas Day. Me being in my bed thinking about the gifts I'm going to get, then it finally being time to wake up my parents and the warm glazed cinnamon buns we eat every Christmas. I also talk about the importance of gifts and how the importance of family is important in a healthy lifestyle. My quote is my ending paragraph, which explains kind of like what I think the sole base of family means. Nothing explains the importance of family more than appreciating others and showing that love with a gift for that person. It's more than a gift. It's showing them that you care enough for them to put your own time and effort into a symbol of gratitude and love. I know that is what I expected from most families, but we don't realize how much love is in our community and family members because we've grown up in a loving, caring environment like Marin. Family is the building block for a successful and happy life. It starts with how strong and healthy your relationship with your family is. Having a family means having a place to belong, and everyone should have a place to belong.
I rode the 1,000-pound animal that trudged me through the marshland. There were no people, no buildings, not even the slightest bit of light. My surroundings were vaguely illuminated by the pearlescent moon's glow. I felt as if I was floating in space. I had not the slightest clue as to where I was, but I was not lost. I caught a glimpse of silver in the corner of my eye. I heard the creature splash into the black water far off to my left. Another splash, and another. Before long, my family and I were surrounded. So, hey guys, that was a part in the introduction of my story. So, my narrative was about when my family went to Tahiti. It was an amazing trip where I had so many amazing experiences. During this trip, we went to 3 islands called Moorea, Huahine, and Bora Bora. Each island had its own unique beauty and personality. I made so many memories, but I decided to focus my story on when we were in Huahine and when we went on a horseback ride. Though it wasn't just a normal horseback ride, it ended up being one of the most incredible experiences we will never forget and was full of surprises. We rode across the beach during sunset and rode through a jungle at night under the starry sky. Then we went through a lake at night. Here's a part of my story where I connected it back to our topic, family. And in context, it was when the sun had just set under the horizon and we were passing a field. Here it is. We rode away from the beach to a dirt trail. It was much wider, and I was barely able to make out that there was a long sugarcane field to the left of us that was the size of about 4 football fields. The horses knew exactly where they were going because they probably had done this ride hundreds of times. So because of this, I was able to sit back and enjoy the ride. It was very dark out, and I kept thinking about the scary idea of an animal jumping out from the shadows and attacking us. I was not scared though because I was with my family, and if anything were to happen, we'd be there to protect each other. If you'd like to find out what happens in my story, check out our blog at familyovereverythingsite.wordpress.com. In this paragraph, I am portraying the importance of family, how they are there for you with support. I would like to conclude this by reminding everyone to be grateful for what they have and for your family. Thank you.
Well, with that, we would just like to say that you should always spend time and that your family is always there and your family always backs you up, and to be grateful for what you have.